Hey Leo, welcome back to another reading. I have to tell you, the energy I picked up when I sat down to pull cards for you today was really interesting. There is something significant coming your way, and I want to walk you through what the universe is showing me because this is the kind of moment that can genuinely change the trajectory of things for you if you handle it with wisdom and clarity. So let me just dive right in. The first card I pulled for you is the Four of Cups, and honestly, when this card showed up, I had to pause for a second because it tells me so much about where you might be right now, mentally and emotionally. The Four of Cups typically shows someone sitting under a tree, arms crossed, looking at three cups in front of them, with a kind of dissatisfied or contemplative expression. Meanwhile, there is a fourth cup being offered from the clouds, from the universe. But the person is so caught up in their own thoughts that they are not even noticing this gift being presented to them. This card is speaking to a state of mind where you might be feeling a bit stuck or uninspired lately. Maybe you have been going through the motions with work, relationships, or personal projects, and things just feel kind of flat. There is this sense of been there, done that energy. You are not necessarily unhappy, but you are definitely not excited either. You might be replaying old scenarios in your mind, thinking about what did not work out, or feeling like the options in front of you are not really doing it for you anymore. There is a restlessness here, Leo, like you are waiting for something more meaningful, something that actually lights you up inside. But here is what is really important about the Four of Cups. While you are sitting there in your contemplation, possibly feeling a bit discouraged or bored with your current circumstances, the universe is actually trying to get your attention. That fourth cup being offered represents a new opportunity, a new perspective, or a new emotional experience that is available to you right now, but you have to be willing to look up and notice it. Sometimes we get so comfortable in our dissatisfaction or so focused on what is not working that we completely miss what is trying to come through for us. The Four of Cups is asking you to shake yourself out of this mental fog. I am not saying you should just accept anything that comes your way, but I am saying you need to be present and aware enough to recognize when something genuinely good is being offered. This is not about settling. This is about being open to possibilities that might look different from what you originally imagined or planned for. The universe works in mysterious ways, and sometimes the best opportunities come in unexpected packages. You might have a very specific vision of what you want, and that is beautiful, but do not let that vision become so rigid that you cannot see the magic happening right in front of you. Now, the second card that came through is the Three of Wands. And Leo, this is where things start to get really exciting. If the Four of Cups is about recognizing what is being offered, the Three of Wands is about what happens when you actually start to engage with those opportunities. This card shows someone standing on a cliff or elevated ground, looking out over the water, watching ships come in. It is about expansion, progress, and the early stages of success starting to manifest. The Three of Wands tells me that you have already planted seeds. You have already put work, energy, and intention into certain areas of your life, and now those efforts are beginning to pay off. This is not about overnight success or instant gratification. This is about the natural unfolding of things you set in motion weeks or even months ago. Maybe you applied for something. Maybe you started a project. Maybe you put yourself out there in a new way, and now the results of those actions are finally coming back to you. What I love about the Three of Wands is the sense of anticipation and confidence it carries. You are standing there watching your ships come in, and you know that good things are on the way. You can see them approaching. There is this beautiful energy of trust and forward momentum. You are not desperately hoping things will work out anymore. You are actually seeing evidence that they are working out. This card often appears when you are on the verge of a breakthrough, when your efforts are about to be recognized, when opportunities are about to open up in ways that feel both exciting and validating. The Three of Wands is also about having a broader perspective. You are not just thinking about immediate gains anymore. You are thinking bigger. You are considering long-term possibilities, partnerships, expansion into new territories, whether that is literal travel, new markets for your work, or just expanding your influence and reach in general. This card says you are ready to play a bigger game, Leo, and the universe is supporting that readiness by bringing opportunities that match this elevated vision you are holding. There is also a collaborative aspect to the Three of Wands. Those ships coming in might represent help, resources, or partnerships coming your way. You do not have to do everything alone. There are people, circumstances, and energies aligning to support what you are building. This is a card of cooperation with the universe, of being in the right place at the right time, of things clicking into place because you have done the groundwork and now cosmic timing is supporting you. The third card I pulled is the Page of Swords, and this one is really fascinating in the context of what we have talked about so far. The Page of Swords is all about curiosity, mental agility, and the willingness to investigate and ask questions. This page is sharp, alert, and ready to gather information. When this card appears, it is telling you that you need to use your mind strategically right now. You need to be smart about how you approach the opportunities that are coming your way. The Page of Swords suggests that the tempting offer you are going to receive requires some due diligence on your part. Do not just jump in blindly because something sounds good on the surface. Ask questions. Do your research. Make sure you understand what you are getting into. This card is encouraging you to be intellectually engaged with the process. Read the fine print. Talk to people who have experience in whatever area this opportunity relates to. Get clarity on expectations, timelines, and potential challenges. What I appreciate about the Page of Swords is that it is not cynical or paranoid. It is simply intelligent and thorough. This page is not afraid to speak up, to ask the hard questions, to challenge assumptions. You have every right to gather information and make an informed decision. In fact, that is exactly what you should be doing. The Page of Swords tells me that the more you know, the better positioned you will be to make a choice that truly serves your highest good. This card can also indicate that communication is going to play a big role in how this opportunity unfolds. You might need to negotiate terms, have important conversations, or articulate your needs and boundaries clearly. The Page of Swords gives you permission to be direct and honest. You do not have to pretend to know things you do not know. You do not have to act more certain than you feel. It is okay to say I need more information or I need time to think about this. In fact, that is the wise approach. There is also a sense with the Page of Swords that you might hear about this opportunity through communication channels like an email, a phone call, a message, or a conversation. News is coming, Leo, and it is going to require you to think quickly and respond intelligently. Stay alert. Pay attention to what is being communicated to you both directly and between the lines. Your mental clarity and your ability to process information quickly are going to be real assets during this time. Now we move to the fourth card, which is the Six of Swords, and this is a deeply meaningful card in this reading. The Six of Swords is about transition, moving away from difficulty, and heading toward calmer waters. Visually, this card often shows a figure in a boat being guided across water from a rough shore to a smoother, more peaceful destination. There is a sense of leaving something behind in order to move forward. The Six of Swords tells me that this opportunity is not just about gaining something new. It is also about releasing something old. Maybe you are moving away from a situation that has been stressful, draining, or limiting. Maybe you are leaving behind old patterns, old stories, or old versions of yourself that no longer serve who you are becoming. This card has a bittersweet quality to it because transitions always involve some level of letting go, even when you know the change is for the best. What is beautiful about the Six of Swords is the sense of guidance and support it offers. You are not navigating this transition alone. There is a ferryman in the boat with you, someone or something helping you cross these waters safely. This could be a mentor, a friend, a therapist, or even your own inner wisdom guiding you through this period of change. Trust that you are being supported. Trust that even though things feel uncertain right now, you are moving in the right direction. The Six of Swords also suggests that the opportunity coming your way might involve some form of movement or change of scene. This could be literal travel or relocation, or it could be more metaphorical, like shifting into a new role, a new industry, or a new way of thinking about your life and your path. Either way, there is a sense of leaving familiar territory and venturing into something new. That can feel scary, Leo, but it can also be incredibly liberating. One thing I want to emphasize about the Six of Swords is that this is a chosen transition. You are not being forced out of anywhere. You are making a conscious decision to move toward better circumstances. Yes, it might be uncomfortable. Yes, you might feel some grief or nostalgia for what you are leaving behind. But ultimately, this is about honoring your own growth and recognizing when it is time to move on. The Six of Swords is giving you permission to do that. It is telling you that it is okay to outgrow situations, relationships, or versions of yourself. Growth requires movement, and movement requires courage. The fifth card is the Knight of Swords. And wow, Leo, this energy is fast. The Knight of Swords is one of the quickest, most decisive cards in the entire deck. This knight charges forward with incredible speed, cutting through obstacles and going straight for the goal. When this card appears, it tells me that once you make your decision about this opportunity, things are going to move rapidly. The Knight of Swords does not mess around. This is not a long, drawn-out process. Once you commit, once you say yes, the universe is going to respond with matching speed and intensity. Things might happen so quickly that it almost takes your breath away. Doors will open. Conversations will happen. Pieces will fall into place. This is the kind of energy where you go from exploring an idea to actively implementing it in what feels like record time. Now, I do want to offer a word of caution here because the Knight of Swords can sometimes move so fast that important details get overlooked. This is why the Page of Swords showed up earlier in the reading to remind you to do your due diligence and ask the right questions before you get swept up in the Knight of Swords energy. Once this knight takes off, it is hard to slow down. So make sure you have done your homework first. Make sure you feel clear and confident about your choice. Because once you commit, you are going to be moving at full speed. The Knight of Swords also represents mental clarity and conviction. When this knight appears, it means you are going to know what the right choice is. There is not going to be a lot of ambiguity or uncertainty once you reach that point of decision. You are going to feel clear, focused, and ready to move forward. Trust that clarity when it comes. Trust your ability to cut through confusion and see the truth of the situation. The Knight of Swords gives you the courage and confidence to act on what you know is right. This card can also indicate that you might need to be assertive or even a bit bold in how you pursue this opportunity. Do not hold back. Do not play small. If you want this, go after it with everything you have got. The Knight of Swords rewards courage and directness. This is not the time to be passive or wishy-washy. This is the time to be clear about what you want and to communicate that clarity to everyone involved. Finally, we have the sixth card, which is the Eight of Pentacles. And Leo, this is such a perfect card to round out this reading. The Eight of Pentacles is all about mastery, dedication, and the commitment to excellence. This card shows a craftsman sitting at a workbench, carefully creating pentacles one by one, completely focused on perfecting their craft. It is about putting in the work, honing your skills, and dedicating yourself to becoming truly great at what you do. The Eight of Pentacles tells me that this opportunity is not just a quick win or a stroke of luck. This is something that is going to require your sustained effort, your attention to detail, and your willingness to keep learning and improving. But here's the thing, Leo. You are ready for this. You have been developing your skills. You have been putting in the hours. You have been learning and growing. Now you are being presented with an opportunity to apply everything you have learned in a new and potentially more rewarding context. What I love about the Eight of Pentacles is the energy of pride and satisfaction it carries. This is not drudgery. This is not just grinding for the sake of it. This is the joy of mastering your craft, of seeing tangible results from your efforts, of knowing that you are getting better and better at what you do. When you love what you do and you commit to doing it well, work stops feeling like work and starts feeling like purpose. That is the energy the Eight of Pentacles is inviting you into. This card also suggests that this opportunity might involve some form of training, education, or apprenticeship. You might be learning new skills, taking on new responsibilities, or working closely with someone who can teach you valuable things. Be humble enough to be a student even as you step into new levels of success. There is always more to learn. There is always room to grow. The Eight of Pentacles celebrates that continuous journey of improvement. The Eight of Pentacles is also a card of financial stability and material rewards earned through skill and effort. This opportunity has the potential to improve your financial situation, but it is going to require you to show up consistently and deliver quality work. If you are willing to put in that effort, the rewards will come. This is not get-rich-quick energy. This is build something solid and sustainable energy. And honestly, that is so much better in the long run. So Leo, let me bring all of this together for you. You have the Four of Cups showing me that you might be feeling a bit disconnected or uninspired right now. But the universe is offering you something new if you are willing to look up and pay attention. The Three of Wands tells me that your previous efforts are starting to pay off and bigger opportunities are on the horizon. The Page of Swords reminds you to stay mentally sharp, ask questions, and gather information before making any big decisions. The Six of Swords indicates that this opportunity involves a transition, a movement away from old circumstances toward something better. The Knight of Swords shows that once you commit, things will move incredibly fast, so be ready. And the Eight of Pentacles assures you that if you are willing to dedicate yourself and put in the work, this opportunity can lead to real mastery and material success. This reading is telling you that yes, something tempting is coming your way, but you need to approach it with both openness and wisdom. Do not let skepticism or mental fog cause you to miss the opportunity, but also do not rush in without doing your homework. Ask the right questions. Trust your clarity. Be willing to transition and leave behind what no longer serves you. And when you do commit, go all in and dedicate yourself to excellence. The universe is supporting you right now, Leo. Your ships are coming in. New possibilities are opening up. But you have to meet the universe halfway by staying present, staying smart, and staying committed to your own growth and success. This is your moment. Do not freak out. Just stay grounded, think clearly, and trust yourself to make the choice that is right for you. I would love to hear how this resonates with you. Are you already sensing an opportunity on the horizon? Drop a comment and let me know what is happening in your world right now, sending you so much clarity and confidence as you navigate this exciting time.